We're back on the record this morning with Massachusetts Education Secretary Pat Tutwiler. A 32-year-old woman and former DCF social worker is now facing criminal charges. Police say that she, Shelby Hewitt, posed as a student in 3 Boston schools. You are the state's top education official. Does the state have any role in investigating what happened here?
It does not. That is a local matter, and I have great confidence in the Boston Public Schools to take a look at their protocols and their procedures to ensure that that doesn't happen again. It is deeply concerning, but it's a local matter.
Yeah, but as a person in the position you're in, when you heard of this, your reaction was?
One of concern.
One of concern.
Yeah, I mean, do you have concerns, and should the state be involved in investigating this? I mean, she was able to enroll in more than one school.
Right. Again, enrollment, registration is a local matter. The procedures related to it are certainly, if there's guidance that we can offer schools in general that come out of Boston's, understanding of what went wrong, we will definitely do that. But it's a local concern.
All right. Safety at school, obviously very important. If kids don't feel safe, it's very difficult for them to learn. So what role do you think police play in keeping our schools safe?
So I know that there's a robust debate on this matter, and again, this is something I think that individual school districts can determine. I've worked in school districts where school resource officers have been a wonderful value add. In my most recent district in Lynn, we had them in our middle schools and at our alternative school.
And it worked out. It worked for
beautifully.
For
they had relationships with the students, and they would engage with the students in sports after school.
What about metal detectors? What about metal detectors? Do you believe they have a role in every school?
I think that individual schools can decide what the role should be of metal detectors. I've worked in and led a school that had them. It came to be because of a weapon that was found on campus, and I would tell you that the students there felt a source of comfort from the metal detectors, but I'll tell you that there's an opposing argument that should be thought about as well.
You know, as someone once told me, locks only keep honest people out. So, in other words, if something bad is going to find its way, something bad is going to just find its way. It's a pessimistic attitude, I understand, but as a wise person once told me. Let's go through a couple things we were just talking about in the break. School lunches. Not only lunches, but lunches and breakfasts for kids going to school. Should that be an accepted practice? Should that be an accepted thing?
It should. And the governor has already been very vocal about her belief in universal meals across the state. We are hopeful that this will be an outcome, from the current conference that's happening with the state legislature. But we believe deeply in that happening across the state.
Obviously, fueling the engine is a very important thing to do, right?
Well, it is, and we talk a lot about the hierarchy of need. It doesn't matter how excellent a lesson is. If a student is hungry or worries about where his or her next meal is coming, the lesson won't go that far. And so we're taking all of that away from the space of worry for students and their families while they're in school.
School calendar long enough? 180 days, is it long enough?
It is.
It is. Very good.
Absolutely. All right. You were a history teacher. What's your favorite historical period to teach?
So, I thought you might ask this question.
Oh, you did.
And for me, it wasn't really, when I think about my students' response to
Every
the
history
classes,
teacher has a favorite period.
I enjoyed them all, but I taught my classes thematically, and I will tell you that the students loved the revolutions piece, and in particular, they loved any opportunity to debate. So it was more about the instructional modality and the pedagogical approach than the actual content.
That sounds fun. I wish you had taught me. I would love to have been through one of your classes. It would have been a blast.
I hope so. I would hope so.
Pat Tutwiler, thanks for your time. It's
My
great
pleasure.
to see you. Thanks
Great
for
to be
coming
here.
in. And don't worry about it, kids. School's not ready yet. You still got a few days of enjoying the summer vacation, right?
Summer just started.
Summer just started. Very good. Thanks, Pat. The Sunday Roundtable is next. Chaos on the council. Not a good look for Boston right now. Are voters taking notice? We'll discuss.